Hey YouTubers, this is Tim at JL Miniatures. I just wanted to finish up the miniature here for Warcry. I'm going to try to keep this in focus. I might take and shrink it back down a bit. I think that'll look a little bit better. As you can see, this is how the fur turned out after the first one that we did, the first video we did, and I haven't touched it since. So with that, I'm going to take and get started and start picking some colors, start mixing some colors. These are the original colors that I started with for the entire miniature, and I haven't really changed up anything as far as adding any other colors. I decided I'm just gonna keep with the same color scheme and keep working from there. You can see I'm just kind of laying my paintbrush down to the side again, just like I did before, and just lightly going over the tops. Sort of just picking through, hitting the highlights, and then going from there. As you can tell, see that focus up there. You go. And then right down here where it's really dark, almost a black, I'm gonna take and hit it with some grays or a grayish brown even, just to kind of bring it out. A lot of these I'll take and go over with another color or two, just so they have a little bit different look to them. I want this a little bit brighter than the other cloaks that I've been, or not cloaks, but the fur patches I've been working on, as far as that is. I think it'll look kind of nicer. I've got one more guy to paint, which is the head leader of the war band, and then I'll be finished up with the war band, so it'll be kind of nice that way. I'm just trying to hit all the spots here, especially right here between the legs, where the claws of the beast is. The claws I'll end up just doing last. I'll hit them with probably just one color and be done with it. But with this guy here, I want to definitely make sure that the cloak kind of pops out a little bit here. So I'm going to kind of keep working the colors. It's been really interesting seeing how, if I started with the same 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 or 7 different colors that I've used, and used them on all these different miniatures for this warband, how different they all look, really. Just by even using the same colors, they still look quite a bit different. Sorry about that. I'm sitting here trying to paint off camera so I can see what I'm doing. And that's what it looks like so far. Doing it this way has really helped my painting out quite a bit, as far as using very limited paints and coming up with different ways to show a difference in them. What I mean by that is instead of just using the 6 or 7 different colors, but mixing in between each one, getting different tones, using different paints, and just making it look a little bit different just by adding something that you didn't really think would be something that you would use. I'm trying to force myself to use different things. With this warband, I wanted to use the same colors and make everything kind of match one way or the other and make it more unit cohesive. Sorry, it keeps going out of focus there. I have better luck keeping the paints in focus than I do the miniature for some reason. For some reason it wants to focus down here. Let's see if that works a little bit better. Just keep my hand rested and now you'll see that, some of these colors, I don't hit every single raised piece, and by doing that, it gives it a really nice look. So you get the real dark ones, the mediums, the lights, and then just a couple hit right through here where it really shows up really well as far as that goes. What I'm going to do right now is I'm going to take in a mix of gray, and I'm going to come back through and I'm going to hit these other little spots here. I don't want to go too drastic right off the bat, so I'm going to come back through with a darker gray, and then I'll come back and hit it with a lighter gray. And you see that right there. There's a couple spots down in here that had real dark, so I'm just going to hit those with a lighter gray just to kind of make them pop. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to work probably down on this hip here. Sorry about that bounce in here. That's how that's turning out. Now you can see I've got to go up in here, right where his shoulder's at. So I'm going to turn the mini and lightly brush the color down in there. And that's how that's looking. The top part of the shoulder there, right where the rope is, and I'm going to take and get in there and get a little bit of color. Sometimes it's crazy trying to paint, the miniature, trying to see it But then when you have a camera in front of your face, it makes it even harder to see sometimes. So now what I've got to do is I've got these two pieces right down here, and then I've got along that hip. So I'm going to try to bring this right up so you can see. And so I can see. And that right there is pretty much it. So you can see how that's all turned out. I'm quite happy with that. And I'm going to do another video once I get these guys on their bases and stuff like that. I'm going to take and do the blood effects and all that. Total time here, it's been about 11 and a half minutes of me talking and trying to keep this thing in focus. I've probably got about an hour and 15 minutes total time. Maybe, yeah, probably about an hour times hours time painting into this whole miniature, and that's not bad as far as that goes. It's turned out really well. I'm quite happy with the way it looks. I'm definitely happy with the palette the palette of color I've decided to use. Again, this is Tim at JL Miniatures. If you have any questions or anything, please feel free to comment, like the video, subscribe, leave a comment. And again, I'll get back to you when I get this last one painted up and get these guys on the bases. So thank you very much for watching.